The role of media professionals in reporting on climate change is the focus of a two-day workshop that was organized by the CARICOM Climate Change Center. Day one, which was on Wednesday, saw media persons from the Office of the Prime Minister, Ministry of Environment, Education, ZIZ, and private media visualize and discuss climate change problems and the persons who should be featured in the news. In a short interview during the break, communications specialist at the CARICOM Climate Change Center, Telka Fontenard, gave an overview of the workshop.
We call it Communicating on Climate Change, and it targets media people and people who work in communications jobs in government agencies in climate sensitive sectors. Now, climate change is a cross-cutting issue, so I mean, as many ministries we could have had here that has comms people, we would have invited, that would have been good. People in tourism, people who work in infrastructure, people who work in agriculture, people who work in health, like all these comms people would be important for such a work.
Director in the Department of Environment, June Hughes, spoke of the impact of the workshop.
From the data that we saw this morning, it's key that we have to change our messaging, repackage our messaging, that we are missing the people. So we have to go back to the drawing board and see how we can be more effective in delivering the message, and get you guys, the media, on board with us and try to get down to the people on how climate change will affect them and how they need to respond to climate change.
Professionals were put into groups and guided on structuring news items and identifying point persons in news items. Presentations were made by Ms. Fontenard and the climate change expert from Grenada, Steve Maxime, and the participants said the workshop was useful as it served to reinforce information that they already knew.